These are the Talmid Chacham. I have the translation of her down. These are the Talmid Chacham, and therefore this possible would prove again that you shouldn't be. So, Anichom Shadim Migdalos is proving that the Talmid Chacham don't need a wall. They have this passage saying that they are a wall in the tower. Rish Lakish the Savar Lakish Kidzar Rabbi he goes like Rabbi says. Ani Chamay Makom is that Zukan as he sold this the congregation of Israel, the Shadim Migdalos, and when it says my chest of thingies are like towers, Elubati Knesses about the Midrash, these are the shoals and the base medrash. So meaning, and therefore, okay, because let's do Rashi, the first Rashi. How many companies say they don't need a wall because they are a wall? Zukanas Yisrael, Kulam Shavim, the Indian, they're all equal in regards to the wall. But go through an Atzmon Militame, but over Bukhavan, they guard themselves from being Mitame from Goyim. Okay, so that means I'm a wall, means they're not as Tame not with Goyim, with idols. So they're walls. Okay, in that sense. So that's why you couldn't use that pasuk, and you have to use this one. Rav Nachman bar Rambam Krager the Vani Puka a Kaxner. Normally Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak. Rav Nachman Yitzchak says this. That was Rav Nachman bar Chitzah. Rav Nachman bar Yitzchak says. Apart said the Raisa about the Nevi'im and the Ksubim, you violated the Torah, the Nevi'im and the Ksubim. The Raisa says you violated the Raisa, as the pasuk says, Afchav Evamim Kol Kadosh B'Yadachim. It says even when the beloved in the nations, all your holy ones are in your hands. Our Moshe Neikadosh Baruch Hu Moshe in front of Hashem, Avodah Shalom, and master the universe. If you look at Shashata Mechab Rabim, in the time when you will love the nations, Kol Kadosh B'Yadacha, all the holy ones should be in your hands. Name Tukul Raglecha, they should be Tukul Raglecha. And they sit at your feet, receiving your words. Tani Rabbi Yosef says, "Even Tamil Chachamim." That's the next part of the pasuk. These are the Tamil Chachamim shemechatetim ragleim mi'ir that they move their feet. The mechatev, I guess take one mechatev is like the same thing. They move their feet, they pound their feet. From Meir from city to city, and Medina from country to country, Lamatot to learn Torah. Yisa Medam Versachal, they should carry your words to the Yisa. Lisa the Versal Shamakam, learning to go back and forth in the words of Torah, and this is Yisa, which is Yisa Vitin, is back and forth and carrying the same word using the pasuk. Sha'ata Mechavim, time when you love the nations, in Rashi, Sha'ata Massive Lampanim, you're showing them face, Lash Litan al Benacha al Manayach, to make them rule over your kids. Kol Kadoshav, all your holy ones, Shel Yisrael, Yisrael Yadach should be in your hands. Haim L'Shomron, for them to guard them. Lashon Aramina, okay. Ad Nevi, you violated the Nevi'im. The Pasuk says, Gam Kiyetim L'Goyim, even in the place in the Goyim, Ata Akabtim, you will gather them up. V'yachilu Ma'at V'Masa, Melech B'Sharim, and though they have hired lovers, Yitznu, among the nations, I mean, I guess it means, okay. Nor I will give them, and nor I will begin to be diminished by reason of the burden of kings and princes. That's how they translate this pasuk. Really, just translating it straight would be Gam Kiyetnu B'Goyim. Even when you're given into the Goyim, Ata Kabzin. Now I will gather them. I don't know. Yitnu means hired lovers. I would think it means given, but okay, it means hired lovers. Now I will gather them. V'yachilu ma'ad v'masa and then begin to be v'yachilu ma'ad, and they will start to be diminished. V'masa from reason melech v'sharim. From kings and from the burden of from kings and officers, they say from the burden of kings and princes, but it means it sounds like it would be it would be massive from the burden of kings and princes. Now they'll start to be removed, be massive from the burden of kings and princes. Okay. Amr Ulul says, Pasuk Zebalashon and Armisnem. This pasuk is said in language of Aramaic language. Itanu, when it says, if they learned, meaning it says Yitnu, it really means Itanu, if they learned. Then Kuluhu, and then the rest of it. Ata Kamse, now I will gather them in. The Ima'at Meham, and if only few, sorry, Ata Kamse, now I will gather them in. See Rashi. Lashon Raminam, Yitnu Tiragam Shel Yishnu. The word Yitnu is a translation of the word Yishnu, learn. Kamo Vishinan Tamlam Taninan, as we just like we say when we learned them, it means that we learned, and we taught this. But it's taught Vitaninan. Im Tanu Kulam, if they all learned, the Kain Ruban, assembly majority of them, you Shona would be learning Boskim and Torshi, Keshigalabam when they're thrown into the nations. Ata comes from gather them together to right now. The Korva comes from very soon I will gather them. Yochilam at Af im Mu'atim Hemashon, if it's just a few people who are learning, but I'm in the nations, Yochilam Matam Melech, I will stop them from the burdens of the king, Bishar and the officers, you would Batalim, they'll be bottom and Lashes, Masa Melech from bearing and carrying the burden of the king, Bishar and officers, Yachilu Kamo Lo Yachal Devar, and Yachilu is in the word Lo Yachal Devar shouldn't nullify his word, so we'll nullify the king's and prince's burden on them. Okay. If it's only a few of them, I'll nullify them from the burden of kings and officers. Back in the Gemara. Other Ksubi violated the Ksubim, the Ksiv, a pasuk in Ksubim. Menuda b'ala b'halach. It shall be lawful to impose Arona tribute. Okay. Lo shalit b'mir malim, and you shall not or to impose the tolls on them. Okay, Menida means it sounds like you're held back. Balu, I guess to impose Bahalach. Balu Bahalach, I don't know. But they're translating it as to impose tribute. Lo Shalit Mir Malem should not place a toll upon them. When it says Menuda Minas, Melech, when it says Menuda should be, it refers to having the payment Minas of the king, I guess it's the tax of the king. Balu is Zukas of Gogolis, and Balu is the cast of the head tax. And Vahalach is Arnuna, and Halach is. Oh, sorry, I was reading the wrong way. Positively, it shall not be lawful to impose tribute, impost, or toll upon them. Tribute is referring to the king's portion, okay, whatever you give tax for the king. And then the next word, that was Menida. Balu is referring to input is the head tax, and Vahalach toll is referring to the tax, the Arona tax, which is the property tax. Okay, let's see Rashi. Arnona is, middle of the halach. Darius Siva as Bechas Abraham. The Darius commands the people of the, I guess, I'm not sure what Bechas means. The people over the city, over the river. Al Anshe Knesses. I think it's Bechas is a person, or maybe the taxes of Abraham. Al Anshe Knesses Gedola about over the Anshe Knesses Gedola, or the loss of. I'm not sure. Nasa Malach, the payment for the king. Megam and Masim collect taxes. Shehem Matil and Talmud al Bnei Medina that are constantly placed on the people of the city. So that should be not okay. That should be not on the low show the Mirmalim. We shouldn't rule to place on them on these Knesset Gedolah. Minasa Melch, the payment for the king. Megabas Masim, the collector of taxes. Shem Matil and Talmud al Bnei Medina constantly placed on the country. Arnona is a serious war as a tenth of the grain. Ubehemos learn of the animals. Midashana Mashana every single year. Okay. Amr Yehuda. No. Okay. Rapapa Ramakaria Akadata Ayisam. Rapapa placed a new tax on the Yisam. Amr Le Rabshisha, Abred Edi Bartman. The Rapapa Rabshish, the son of Rabbi, said to Rapapa, but Dilma Lomadvil. So they're not. He placed a new karya charata, a new well tax. I asked because they've been taxing everyone. They're going to build a well with the money. I'm leaving Shisha, braid, the Rabbi Idi, the Rabbi Shisha, braid, the Rabbi, maybe they won't be able to draw from it because it won't get water in the well. I'm leaving Mishkol Shekil. I mean, I'll take it from them. Yeah, I'll take from them. Madvil, if it grows, if you can bucket it out because you get water, then fine. Below, if not, I'll give it back to them. Rashi says, well, Madvil won't get any bucket. William said, well, mine won't find any water. But if you done it, some and you'll cause them to loss for nothing. But you ask me, Lavinet and Lavinim, who, and some are not people of who can be mokal. The lichlu that they should mokal, that they could be mokal. Amr when he says a whole le agligafa, everyone has to pay for agligafa. Rashi says, Lashari Chomas here for the gates of the city, Lahatzi Behend also to place in them doors. Agli Agli is doors, Kamosha Kiyamo Trukugoli is the Trukugoli. Means Gafa is Timas. Okay, Taruki Goli, I'm not sure what that means. Something to do with the doors. Gafa is Stima is a some sort of block, like a wall. Kamomata Achraga, for example, defines it behind the closing. Kilu Bailam Matis and Elam Matios, and then when you need to have a almost of the ear and I guess doors. Placing them doors. And they say city gates. It's okay, but the point is closings and doors, which means city gates. But from the Rabbanan, you don't need the guarding back in the Gemara. Everyone has to pay for the Pasya tax. It's called digging of cisterns, so I guess pits. Even the Rabbanan, because they also need the pits. There's protection won't help you get water. Lo Armanel is the low nafka the chulit. It's only when they didn't come out in the chaluzah. It's only when they go out in a chaluzah. When they don't go out, everyone doesn't build it themselves. Rashi says, the kariyah pasya. Kafir is more than building a pit. Lishtos mayim to drink water. Ve'al shem akli hamunach sham, and because of the vessel which is left there, the boy in the pit, katam constantly lishtos both to drink in it. Overrated Rachel, the people who pass, Karu who see staya, they called it a staya. If people are money with Rabbanu, Shekol Trich on the mind, everyone needs water, doesn't matter who you are. The Lo Nafki Be'achuzah, they're not going out on Achuzah, She'in Hin Atzman Yot, not them themselves going out, Be'achrazah, Lachbar to build to dig it, Elish is Sofrim Polim, rather they're hiring workers. Okay. Lo Amen is Lo Nafki Mechuzah, not going out on Mechuzah, have enough from Mechuzah, but they are going out in a big, themselves going out. Rabbanan Labanim Mefach Mechuzah, and Rabbanan don't go out in groups. Rabbi Pazach Utros Vishnei Besoros. Rabbi opened up storehouses in the days of famine. Amr Yakantum Bali. So Mikra says, enter in all people who learn Psukim, Bali Mishnah, anyone who learned Mishnah, Bali Talmud, the people who learn Gemara, Bali Halacha, the people who learn Halacha, Bali Hagaz, the people who learn Halacha. Avalam Yoretz Al Yakantum, but Anam Yoretz, who doesn't learn anything, don't enter. Rabbi Yochanan pushed his way in, Ben Amram, the son of Amram, and he came in. Amrullah, he said to him, Rabbi, he said to Rabbi started saying, Rabbi, feed me. Amrullah, he said to him, Bani, Kamisa, he says, my son, did you read? Amrullah, I never learned anything. So he said, did you learn any Mishnah? Amrullah, I never learned any Mishnah. No Psukim, no Mishnah. Him came, but my parents and he says, well, if so, then how should I support you? So Amrullah, and he said to him, Parnaseni v'kela v'chor Parnasei. Feed me like a dog and one like a bird. Like they get fed even though they don't learn anything. So Parnas says, and then he did actually feed him. He's like, yeah, okay. Rashi says, and kill a like a dog and like a bird. Shachaz Kodesh Baruch Hu Lim, that Kodesh Baruch Hu has pity on them. Shenem, the Pasuk says, Yudei didn't tell him that the righteous one knows the judgment of the poor. Lafisha Akela, because the dogs from his own Asaf and Watam is very little food. Lafichach Shoah Therefore, the food stays in his stomach for 3 days, and and so the righteous one, meaning Hashem, knows to keep it that he had to be made to have more food in it more. Food stays longer. V'gabi orv in regards to a bird, a raven. Kosev levada orev asher yigrov, aside from the bird which calls out. Levisha orv achzerom anah, because of the orv is the raven is very brutal to his kids, doesn't care about them so much. But Kadosh Baruch Hu hemzun lehem yitushim, and the Kadosh Baruch Hu prepares for them sort of like bugs, some sort of bugs, mitoch soasam, get inside their excrement, oklam, and then they eat them, so they get food that way. So even though they don't do anything, it somehow works out. Hashem makes it work out. Boston and Navigas of Rabbi come and star after he left. Rabbi was sitting and was in pain. Amar oilish shenasati pati lamritz is water that I gave bread to an Amar, she doesn't learn anything. Amar the following said in front of him, Rabbi Shimon bar Rabbi, son of Rabbi Shemi Yonasan ben Amram, Talmidu Chahabi maybe was Yonasan ben Amram, your student. She'eno wrote, he doesn't want the Hanos ben Kavod of Torah, doesn't want it, doesn't want to get from the honor of Torah in his years, in his lifetime. Bad Kumashkaf, he searched it out, he found. Amar Rabbi says you can't do all, everyone should go in. Rabbi the time Rabbi according to Mutant, Dama Rabbi ain't Pranis Bol the Olam Elvish Phil Amiars, Pranis can come to the world except for Amiars. Okay. It's only because of Amiars, therefore never wants if he doesn't want to feed Amiars. Okay. Kahu the me Kalila the Shadu at very like that for that case of the value of a crown which they placed on Tiberia. Also, made the rabbi, they came in front of Rabbi Amalei, lit no rabbanon behazin, just let the rabbis give it with us, pay for this crown, it's very expensive. Amalu, well, it said, no, we're not paying. Amalei said to him, they said back to him, Arakina, we're going to run away, and you're going to have to pay the tax. Amalu, Aruka, go ahead and run away. Akru Palgayim, half of them ran away, but Dali Palgayim, and half of the tax was removed. Also, Hanu Palgu made the rabbi, and half the people came in front of, at least half that was left came in front of Rabbi. Amalei said to him, Laser Rabbana Bahadlo, let the Rabbana give with us. Amalu, we're not giving. Arkino, they ran away. Aruku, and we're going to run away. Aruku, go ahead, run away. Arkuku, all of them ran away. Pashu Kovis, left just that one wanderer. Should you Kovis, they'll place the tax in the car on the wanderer. Arakovis, the Kovis ran away. Paka Kalila, the whole tax rent was removed. Amr Rebbe says, where you see that the payments or afflictions only come to the world because of the Amiyaretz, meaning once all the Amiyaretz are gone, the tax is removed. Rashi to make Atzer the Melech of Kesar, that's a crown for the king of Kesar. Atu Amiyaretz, the Amiyaretz came to the in front of Rabbi. The Dalyul Pago, they took off half of it, and like Mochel Melech. The Me'achati, the king was said you don't have to pay half of it. But so cool Me'alim and placed and removed it from them. Should you have kovis, they put on the kovis. It's you Perchsei Hamal, they put the costly amount to get the taxes of the king, al kovis on the launderer. Yes, we see Bechas' tax, and we have that earlier as tax. This parnis how many how much long do you have to stay in the city and be like the people of the city? And we said it was either 12 months or 30 days. Let me see. Let's see. In this Mishnah it says Yud Bei Chodesh, and then it was immediately if you bought a deer. So not 30 days. Let's see. Was if you bought a house for a deer or 12 months? We're going to ask you a question. Let's you have a donkey rider or a camel rider, okay, which are passing from place to place. They dwelled inside of the city, inside of it. But talking about which went completely out the day and they started serving idols. We have to kill the whole city with a sword and destroy all their property. That's the rule of the city. But when they got Hud Kol Yimayim, when they came into the city, they started doing like they doing and started serving idols. Aim Beskila, those people who just visited, they get skila, Ramon and Pola, and their money is saved. There's nobody who has to destroy their money. It's only a whole city, and they're not part of that city. They are just got caught in it. Okay, Rashi says, Hakumer is the wagon of donkeys, Marvin and camels. Harilu is beskil, they get skill. Then Shari, you feed them like other single people who served idols. Okay? But if they show Sham Shloshim, but they stay there for 30 days, Ham Messiah, then they get to this, they're part of the city, and you can give them with the sword. And one month, then their money gets lost. So we see that 30 days is enough to consider them part of the city. Rabbi says, look, Ashra, Holav Nemas, Holav the Yisuvei Mas. This is for the people of the city, this is for the dwellers of the city. The Kidatan is one to number. Meaning to be called people of the city, you need a certain number of years, and to be called dwellers of the city, then you need another certain number of time. Kidatan, when it says one who swears off enjoyment from the people of the city, says men of the city, then Kol Shenishtashem Shnai Maser Chodesh, as long as they stay there for 12 months, also Lehanis Ben is also to get enough. Falchos B'Tam, but it's less than 12 months. Mutter Miyosh, then it's mutter because he's not called Anshi the city, men of the city. Miyoshvi a year from the people, he says, it didn't say different words, from the people who are dwelling in the city, not the men of the city, but the dwellers of the city. Kol Shenishtashem Shloshim, anyone there is 30 days, also Lehanis Ben is also to get enough from him. And Rashi says, Yisuvei Masa b'shloshim yom. Dwelling of the city, then you can be there for 30 days, and that's enough. But God, year nidachos kasiv yeshvei a year, and in regards to year nidachos, it's considered as the dwellers of the city, and then you're part of it with that. But you're not enough to place a tax on until you're actually you're a part of the city, you're men of the city. And for all things, you really need 12 months. But Tanya is going to say, I'm going to write 30 days is enough for the tamchoy, which is basically a. See, Rashi tell us. Rashi says, before this, you don't give anything. Midi, in a year with the many people in the city. The problem is, they say 30 days is enough for the tamchoy. Once you stay there for 30 days, go with him and gabay tamchoy. The Gaboim collect from the tamchoy, which is ma'asalaniyim, food for the poor. Okay, so that's after 30 days. 3 months. Lakupa is for a kupa. Rashi sends the tzedakah, just for tzedakah, you get some money for the poor. Shisha laksos, 6 months you're there, then you have to give clothes. A year, that means for the poor, the people that get clothes. Tisha lakvor 9 is for the burial. Lakvor year to bury the poor people of the city. True, you see, it's a very expensive thing, so I guess you wait 9 months. Shnai months will pass a year. The 13 is for 12 is for the the beams of the city, columns of the city. Okay, I think that means the tax. Columns, I'm not sure. They translate as columns here. Amr Master Ram says Amr Yochanan. He told them must be some Shnai months for Chodesh to pass a year to 9. When it says 12 months, it meant for the columns of the city. Then you have to chip in at 12 months. And Rabbi Yassi says in the name of Rabbi Yochanan, another statement of his, Hakol past year, everyone has to pay the columns of the city. The Filim Yassi even from Yisomim. But the Rabbanan don't have to pay for the columns of the city. The Rabbanan don't because the Rabbanan don't need protection. I guess these columns are for protection. Amar Papa says Lashura L'Parsha L'Tarzina for these for the city wall and for the horsemen and for the guard. Afilu that you can like even from Yisomim. Rabbanan but they don't. But the Rabbanan don't need protection, so I guess they don't need a horseman, wall, or guard. Anything which is get enough from it, even from the Yisomim, you can collect, and they get enough because they need protection. Okay, Rashi says Lashur is Latika Nachom fixing the wall. The Parsh is Parsh. This is he said Harochev. The writer separates or goes. Shaholech me'es Savivos here goes around the city. The Shomer will aid the Mahi Tzricha to go and to know what it needs. So So that again is not needed for their mom. I guess you don't need to go to Shlomo, they're protected. Almost this brew anamine ahil miyasme. Rabbi Rama Tzedakah, I asked Rabbi place Tzedakah. I mean, I'm not sure. It seems like that one you would need. I don't know. Rabbi Rama Tzedakah, Yasmin Rabbi placed Tzedakah on the Aniyim, on the orphans. The Bey Rabbi Marian, of the son of Marian, Amarli Abai says to him, Vatani went to the Bride of Shmuel Bar Yehuda impulse to Tzedakah all these homens. He says, Shmuel Yehuda says, you can't place Tzedakah on these homens. I feel the pigeon shvuyim to save captives. Amarli, Analach Shabinukum Avinu, I did it to make them more cautious, that they'll seem very generous, and this will make them be good for them themselves, and not for the captive. I wouldn't have collected money if it was just for them, but it's actually they need this for themselves. Sorry, I missed one Rashi. The Terzina, Shomer Klizain that guards the weapons, Shalvanir, the people of the city, the Yosef base Vice Eight Lashar, and he stands in the house next to the gate. In the house next to the gate. Okay, Vice in the Gemara. If it's Hermes, if it's Hermes a person, Imi the Shavar Malka, she was the mother of Shavar Malka, Shadre Shadra Arnika the dinner, she threw a purse of diners, the commander of Yosef in front of Rabbi Yosef. Amr said, "Lay have a limit to Rabbi should be for a great mitzvah." Yosef Rabbi Yosef sat because I was delving into this. My mitzvah, what does it mean a great mitzvah? What am I supposed to give it to? Amalei Abai said to him, in the time of Shmuel Bar Yehuda, in fact, Shmuel Bar Yehuda says, "Impulse to Tzedakah Mal Yisoma, if you look at the Shmuyim, it says you can't set up to give tzedakah or set up for tzedakah to be given, even for on the Yisoma, even for saving, for ransoming captives from pigeon Shmuyim mitzvah. We see that we learn that saving captives is a great mitzvah. Otherwise, it wouldn't be an even. He's saying even as this is the most thing and most biggest mitzvah, and still don't do it to yourself. See, that's the biggest mitzvah. Pigeon shvuyim mitzvah Rabbi. Amalei Rabbi Mar. Rabbi says to Rabbi Mari, Mana Hamil's Dhamma, Mana, how do you know this matter with Rabban? It says the pigeon shvuyim mitzvah Rabbi. The ransoming of captives is a great mitzvah. Amalei said to them, the Ksiv, the Pasuk says, Vahiki Yomer Alach Alana Neitze, and it will be when they say to you, where should I go? Gamar to them, you say to them, Ko Mar Sem Shal Shem Asher the Mavis, which is that, which is that is the that, Vashel Lecharev, that which is the sword is the sword, Vashel the Rav, and that which is the famine is the famine. Vashel the Shviv, the Shevin, which is the captive is the captive. Vam Rabbi Yochanan says, Kolam Pasuk Kashas the Milavero. Anyone who's later in the Pasuk is even worse. The later you are in the Pasuk is worse than the one friends, meaning the one before. As you go down in the Pasuk, it gets worse. So let's go through this. Clear of his question, obviously. Sword is worse than death. So we've had first death and then sword. So sword is worse than death. You might say Makra, you might say Masar, if you want to say it's a pasuk, and if you want to say it's a svar, it's both. You might say Masar, if you want to say it's a svar, I mean you could say it's even a logic. I come in well, this one's is like disgusting, because he's not just dead, he's decapitated and messed up. The high level coming down, this one's not all sorted up. He's dead, but he's like nice and clean looking. People he's saying, according if you want to say it's a pasuk Yakaveni Hashem from Chasidim, it's great, it's nice in the eyes of Hashem. That for his Chasidim, it's better that they should have just regular death than be sorted to death and all mutilated. Okay. Like Rav Pashim Mecharev, and then famine is worse than having being sorted to death. People say if you want, you could say it's a logic. I come inside. This one is pain, and if the guy's famine, he's starving and dies. Is very slow, painful death. I look inside, and this one is not pain. When he gets sorted, at least it's quick and painless. Anyway, saying if you want to deposit, Tobin Hayo Chalei Acherev Michalei Rab. Better were the people who were destroyed. Even if you want to deposit, because the better Tobin Hayo Chalei Acherev, it was better the people who were killed with a sword, or the dead bodies from the sword. Michalei Rab, and the dead bodies which happened from famine. It's a positive. Shvi Kashim Mikulam. The Shevi being captive is worse than all of them because all of them are in that case. They can all happen. Rashi says Mazol that he's in the hands of idol worshiper. To do whatever he wants. In the Mavas, to kill him. In the Cherev, to sword him. In the Rav, to famine him. Taner van met een wijze kupa chos dak in the special the tzedakah box is collected with two people. When we collect it, Shlosha divided with three people. Nigmas V'Shnayim, why does it have to be collected with two people? Sheinos and Shirara, Al Tzibur Pachah V'Shnayim, you can't do some sort of rulership on the congregation less than two. This is the thing we have a source for this. See later. Mischalakas V'Shlosha has to be divided by three people. Kazini Midmominus, like the rules of laws of Mominus, and you have to have a bezdin, which is three. Okay. V'tamkoi nigmes b'shlosha u'mislefes b'shlosha. And a tamkoi, which is the bread, is collected with three people, and you divide it with three people. So you collect and give with three, not two and three, but three and three. Shagavai b'chulukim shavin, because its collection and given is so close, it's equal, and therefore you're going to have to divide it out. You're going to need the bezdin right away, so therefore let's collect it with the bezdin and give it out right away. Tamkoi b'chol yom, tamkoi you have to give out every day the bread. Collect the bread and you give it out. Kupa may have Shabbos and Shabbos, and Kupa you give it every Shabbos, every Shabbos you give that out, and therefore you can be collected with two people, and then on every Shabbos divided with three people. Tamkoi le'ni'olam, tamkoi is the way you given to the people of the world, and that you give it out right away, and it's bread that day. Kupa le'ni'ir, and Kupa is for the people of the poor people of the city. For time in there, last was kupa tamkoi. The people of the city are able to make a kupa into a tamkoi, kupa, and they can turn a tamkoi into a kupa. They can change it. And l'shanosa b'chol mashiyot to change the all, which is what they want. Rashi says, let's go back to that Rashi, because it's the laws of Mamonis. La'ayin l'seis l'chol achal l'fifi tfolim hatzlimbo, to delve into it and to give each one according to the number of kids which are based on him. Shegabuya v'chaluka shava, that his collection and giving out is right away. B'chol yom every single day, yom every single day. Kinektani, the comment is going to say later on. The vivach ein gavim b'shnaim, therefore it can't be collected with two. Shelo yitztarchu l'troach l'vakish l'shlish l'chalik, and they shouldn't have to trouble and to collect and to search for a third guy in order to divide it. La'asus kupa to tamkoi, to have permission to change the kupa into a tamkoi. L'chalik l'aniyeh olam, to give it to the people of the general world which are visiting. Im yirbu l'leim, if there's many of them coming in and they only need more money for the tamkoi. L'hasnos alam midos. Okay. The tamkoi l'aniyeh people l'aniyeh yard. The tamkoi is for the people the niyam of the world, and kupa is for the niyam of the city. V'shayim b'nei l'shnos kupa tamkoi. This one. V'shayim b'nei ha'ir l'hasnos alamidos, and the b'nei you are able to stipulate about the measures. V'al-sharim, and on the gates. V'al-skar po'alim, and on the wages of the workers. L'hasiya al-katatzim, and to help with some of them. No, so l'hasiya al-katatzim means they translate as for violating their specifications. Let's see Rashi. Lahasas alamidos, to stipulate about the measures. Lahagdil saw here to measure, to increase the value, the saws of the city. Olasino, to make it smaller. We're now using saws which are this big. We're now using saws which are this big. We do the Indirian measure of saws or whatever. Va'al sharim, and about the gates. Shar haklitim, the gates of cities. I'm sorry, the price of. It doesn't mean gates, it means the price. Shar haklitim, the price of grain. V'hayayin, and the wine. Shalu yim karena shana zu yosef mikach l'kachtam. It can't be sold more than this amount. It's no good. You're not allowed to sell at that price. Sorry, you can't do it. Lasil al-katosim, and to fine for people who violate them. L'knos as over al-kitzes the to knas someone who violates their set up amounts of their words. Lasia midas din Torah. Lasia is from midas din Torah. I'm not sure what that means. I guess to help them from the laws of the Torah. I'm not sure. But the point is, you can find them for doing violating this. Amar Amos and Shor al Tibor and Paul Shleim. The master said you can't make a rulership on the congregation less than two. Manahani Mili, how do you know these words that you can't? You need rulership needs two. Amar Akar, the pasuk says, "V'hem Nikolas Zav," and they shall take them. They shall take the gold. Okay, in regards to building the Mishkan, and says, "Hey, Shor Su the law. Rulership is what they can't do. Himune Mehamne, but they would be believed if it wasn't any kind of rulership, and just to be believed, you could use one. The Zayla of Rabbi Kunina, that's kind of a proof to Rabbi Kunina. Rabbi Kunina, Maiso Mina Rabbi Shnei Achim al Kupa. It was the case, and Rabbi appointed two brothers on a stock even though they're Nogei B'Dov and they would help each other, and therefore there's really only one person there. Still, still it was fine to appoint them. They're not doing any rulership in that matter, and they are believed. Shnei Achim, Rashi says, the Gavi Hamanusa Kachadami in regards to the appointment is considered like one because it doesn't help in regards to Hamanusa in regards to their trustingness. The Rashi before, but they would be believed. Yachal Lios Gizbor a Yachal to be an attendant, or would be fine. That would be fine as long as he's not doing any kind of shrar. The Gemara says, "My shuru." So what is this shrar, this rulership? The number of Nachman Rachel says, "Amar Rabba Barabua." It says the name of Rabba Barabua. The Visha Mashkin and all the tzedakah because they use mashkin on tzedakah, but people bear Shabbos even every Shabbos, and you can take a mashkin, and that's kind of rulership. The Kuba the Kamar to Ola. The Visha ain't osin shrar al atzibur. So Rashi says, "What's the shrar of a kupa that you said on it because you can't make a shrar on the people of the city?" Even on every Shabbos, you can take a mashkin. The balabais, there would be an opening of the mouth for the balabais to say, "Lo mitzvah, I'm trouble. I can't take it today. I'm busy. It's their Shabbos." The thing is, no, you can take it anyway. And the Gemara says, "Is it really true?" And I will punish or think of Pakat really means visit all those people who oppress other people. Rabbi Yitzchak Bar Shmuel and Yitzchak Bar Shmuel says by Marsa son of Marsa, which made Rabbi named Ram, if you al Gabba Tzedakah, even on the people who collect Tzedakah, is they oppressing people, it's a problem. And Gemara says, "Look, Asher, Hadam and Hadalam." This is when someone's rich and someone's not rich. If you can pay it, Rashi says, "Asher, he's rich," then it's not a problem. If you can't pay it, then you're pressing him and then you're hurting him. The Rabbi Avkped Rav Nachman by Ami like that. Rabbi forced Rav Nassim by Ami. Mishrakal Minei Arba Mei Azuzi B'Tzedakah took 400 zuz for Tzedakah. Ramaskilim Yisharu B'Kizar Rekia, and the people who are smart, they will shine like the light of the sky, or like the radiance of the sky. Hamaskilim Yisiru Kizar Rekia Zed Dayan Shadam Dynamis. When it says the people who are smart, they will shine like the light of the sky. These are the one who judges the truth in Lamita for its truth. Mastiku Harabim Kochobei Leolam, and the people Mastiki remember was just who make tzaddik to the public, make them righteous. Kochobim Leolam, they're like stars forever. Elu Gabe Tzedakah, these are the collectors of Tzedakah, and they have this next pasuk applied to them. This praise of they are like the stars of the world. And the people, those who are smart, they will shine like the light of the sky. This is a judge of real truth. The true din, for its din. And in regards to tzedakah, and also gabe tzedakah also are included in masculine people who are smart. Those are wise. And the people who are righteous make righteous the public like the stars forever. This is actually referring to the people who teach little kids. For example, who Ram says Shmuel Bar Shilas is like Shmuel Bar Shilas. The Ram Ashkel the Shmuel Bar Shilas. The Ram found Shmuel Bar Shilas to have a koid begin instead of standing in the garden. Really said to him, that if you've left your charges, Amalei said to them, Hatzleis Shanin to Lohavili, it's been 12 years that I haven't had them. But Hashtanami Daiti Lai, and even still my mind is on them, he's still thinking about them, he's a good teacher. Shavkila have a new say. That Rash is the Lam is no the teacher of kids. Matstiki Rabim, he makes the public righteous. Hein Shemalavdim of Mechanchim Osam Bederach Tova, he teaches them and he gives them clinic for the right way. Shavrakti Lamnusa, you left your attendance. Shayisa Rogal Lamdim, that you were accustomed to teach them Amuna with faith, Bulumud, Valisha, Valgavim Tamid, and to teach them and to sit on them constantly. Laitai Lahasam, my mind is there. You know, because with the kids. Rabbanon Mai, and what about the Rabbanon? What's their praise? How are they praised? Some Rashi says, Talmidim Chachamim always give a Torah, but the Talmidim Chachamim which are constantly learning a Torah. Micah Sibahu, what's written about them? Ravina says, of all of his Hashem is someone knowing his loved ones will go out like the sun in their strength, and they are actually better. They all of his Hashem will Tanner Rabbanon led to the Baris of the Tzedakah in the Mishayim, the collectors of Tzedakah are not able to separate from one another. Abu Farzel, the Sharm Zelakanas, this one go to a gate, this one go to a store. Rashi says, Zelegabas Miyoshri Yishar, this one's to collect when people dwell at the gate. Zelegabas Miyoshri unless this one's back from the people who are sitting in the store. Mavad Shayirish name, as long as you see both of them at the same time, it's fine. Matzah Mos, if they find money in the marketplace, Lo Yidnim Etofle, so don't put it in your pocket, in your purse, and you'll think that someone will say, oh, he's putting money in his pocket, he's stealing from the tzedakah. And also, tzedakah, you should put it into the purse of tzedakah. In the base, so when he comes to his house, we should take them. Because they're really his account. Similar thing. He was borrowed from his friend, or his friend. Sorry, he lent to his friend. Money, lent with his friend money. And they paid him in the marketplace while he was collecting. So we shouldn't give it into his purse or his wallet. He should put into the purse purse of tzedakah. When you get to his house, take it from there, so people will not suspect him of actually taking from tzedakah. They don't know it's not tzedakah money. Rashi says, "Lo yitzim himself. He shouldn't put it in his wallet. Shlo yomru mal tzedakah gova. We're going to not the money of tzedakah he's stealing." Okay. Hunter bottom, we got tzedakah. We learned in the Bible from collectors of tzedakah. Shein lemaniyim. You don't have any ganiyim to give it out to. It just happens to be some left. Okay, parts and lachim you can make into smaller coins for other people, or you can give it, or maybe so you can exchange the copper coins to other people for bigger coins. The imports and lachim you can't exchange them to yourself with your own coin. Say, okay, 100 pennies, here's $1. No, can't do that. The Gabi Tamkoy, the collectors of the Tamkoy, which don't have poor people to divide. They have bread to give out to poor people, but there's no poor people. Most of the you can sell to other people. You can't sell the bread to yourself. Most of tzedakah in monim, most of the money of tzedakah you can't count it by twos. El achaz really you have to count 1 1. Anyone from most of Shleim Rashi says the Porton. Porton the one 2 before. Dinar. So the fruits which they've collected, they take a dinar kesef, a silver coin. The fisha pruto shall nechoshes maflidos because the copper coins will get rusted if you leave around too many copper coins. They're no good. Main process you don't give those copper coins to yourself. Min pen yachshadum sheportim bezolda, maybe because they'll suspect me you did paid less copper coins than us. You gave 99 for every dollar. No. You don't count them as 2 by 2. Unless they'll say that he took 2 and he only counted 1 every time he went 2, 4, 6, 8. No, he's really counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and he took 4 of them. Ha 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 ha! He's a thief. No, so that's what we do one by one. Amar Abaye says, "Rachel have a Yosef Mar Atipe the Baconish." The originally master, which is Rabba, would not sit on the mat of the basic Knesset. Even the Shlomo had the sign since he heard that that we're starting the Bryce, he can divide, he can change it to whatever he wants. Obviously, what's there? I'm gonna buy it because and the Rashi says that Amit say the bacon ishta on social basic analysis that means the master of the shul mishum the mizdavni lahu mimos kupa because they bought them from the money of the tzedakah and he was afraid that that wasn't allowed. Once he heard it's allowed, it's fine. I'm gonna buy a mishabi abud mar trek. He originally would make two wallets. Kandania Adam one for the poor people of the general public, Kandania Damas one for the poor people of the city. Even the Sham Hadam Shmuel Rav, since he heard that what Shmuel said to Rav, the Khalifa Baravdimi, if the Khalifa Baravdimi, Abid Khan case he made one purse, the after 11 stipulated about it that he can change it to whichever one is needed. Rashi says, Masna Matibri he stipulated with the congregation the Chalcom the to divide into anyone who comes and is needed of it, and that's why.